Hello everyone, welcome back to Ultimate League in Season 20 as today we found ourselves at the season finale here in this beautiful night in Monaco. So as we have a look here into the standings, it is then Chargé is still leading the way and that's where he's going to stay regardless of what happens today as he has secured the title already. As you can see here he has an advantage of 45 points, that is more than enough to have this championship already in the bag. And then you got here Nani looking to finish second, with Fundme also looking to finish in third, and the same for Figueira there in P4. Although now the big fight here is going to be for P5 between Johnny Fu, Corvid, as well as maybe even Mati, and potentially F1 fan could potentially be there, although they would really need to gain quite a lot of positions here. While the Drivers' Championship is already secured, the same cannot be said about the constructors. As we see here, LSA and SCP are only separated by 12 points, so a lot can happen, especially when there are two different drivers at play here. And so this should be a very interesting title decider for the constructors. Will this be SCP's first ever title, or will this just be yet another win for LSA? As in the meantime, we got also one time looking to finish third in their first season with this name. Then you got Flow Force looking to finish P4. Then we also got Ricardo looking to finish in P5. Then we see here RMC trying to hold on to P6 against Link's Racing. And then you got FCR and Mayhem there in P8 and P9. So as I said, we're looking to race in Monaco here today. As you can see, it's a very interesting track as overtaking will be very tricky as it is a very tight circuit with the walls obviously right next to the track, and so yeah, overtaking will be difficult, which means that the qualifying session will be very crucial. So the drivers will definitely be under huge pressure during these 3 laps in qualifying. And yeah, the track is mostly done in a very fast way, although obviously the hairpin, that's where the track seems to get really slow. As it comes to overtaking opportunities, we might very likely see them right at the exit going into the tunnel, as well as on the main straight into turn 1 as well, as that little uphill until the casino square. So yeah, that's the main part then. As we can see also, there's also the strategy, of course, as the tires, all tires seem to be very balanced here, so strategy wise it's going to be a very interesting race. And of course, with the track where it's difficult to pass, the pit stops will be very crucial for this race. So we then have a look into the starters. It is then Figueira going to be racing for one time, and Felix was also supposed to be here for this race, but he's not going to be present in the end. And instead it's going to be Fede Fon who's going to be racing alongside the two-time world champion. JSCP will be racing with both of their starters, JT and Johnny Fu, and LSA also will have then Nani and Fatmi pair looking to be back. And Full Force, they were supposed to race with Corvid, but Corvid did not really show up, so instead we're going to have Yoa as well as Mika to Mika. Glow in the end also had to give up racing for this round. And then for FCR we will then see Crusonet racing alongside Suduce. And then for Mayhem Racing we would see Guziman racing alongside Gamer. Then in RMC racing alongside Kiato would be Sebastian. And then for Lynx Racing we would see once again Kubel racing now alongside Starlight Alice for this race, so that Ricard Alto would have both of their main drivers, Matimar and Pituco. So without any further ado, let's get ourselves then into the qualifying session. Alright then, so we find ourselves here then in qualifying. Let us see right now, Kuziman then here on the screen. He's actually the creator of this track, so yeah, although this circuit does not look all that much different compared to the previous time when we raced in Monaco, which was a version made by Girori. Although there are some parts that are definitely different, and yeah, now we have different slipstream settings, which is even slower than the previous ones, where we lowered them as well. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, because I think overtaking will just be very hard. So this qualifying session should actually matter, as we see then JT now on provisional pole, and he's usually known for winning each season finale. So yeah, let's see. Although last time around JT won the race and it was enough, now he doesn't need to worry about that because he has won the title already. As we see here, then Figo in second place. He's currently on a nice win streak. He has 3 wins in a row. Now he finds himself in second, but can he beat JT though on this second lap? And he cannot. So JT is still in front, Figo second, Nandi then in third. Then you got Krustenet nicely there in P4. Which is nicely fitting considering that this will be FCR's final race with this name, of course, as it's gonna still do the same team for next season, but instead will be called Stargold GP. So yeah, brand new rebranding. And yeah, as you see then on final lap of qualifying, who's gonna be on pole position, and I think this time around GT will do it. Here we go then, so we got our current world champion then starting on pole position, followed by Figueira in second place, and you got Hernandez. So the last 3 world champions in the top 3, then you got Krusenet there starting P4, just ahead of Kubo here in P5, returning for Lynx Racing. Then you got Guzman in Mayhem in P6, followed in by Futme here with P2. Then you got Johnny Fu and Matimar there in P10. Then we got the Gamer starting in P11, just ahead of the RMCs, Kiato and Sebastian. And then we see, oh my god, there's a freeway tie actually. We got Sudushi and Starlight also tied with Sebastian. Then you got Yoa in P16, followed by FedF1, and then Mika to Mika starting in last place. So, right then, so we find ourselves here on the starting grid as the race is about to start. And here we go then, GT leads the way already, just closing the door there on the inside. We see, oh my god, Nandi getting crushed there. This got Krustenet now also trying to overtake Nandi there for third place. But as we see then, so GT leads the way, Figos. We see not much overtaking here, but we might see some chaos on the hairpin as we see Bituko getting stuck there. I don't know how. That was kind of weird. But yeah, at the front, nothing really changes. As we see now, Krustenet now down in P4, we got Kugo Guziman. So it's pretty much a qualifying order in the top 6. At least as we see now at the back, things might be changing as we see the gyros are struggling to staying on the track or staying out of the walls, as we got here Yoha also having some trouble to navigate through this track, as we see quite a few drivers then in some chaos. But as we see now, what we're gonna have to follow is gonna be the green cars, as we got here Johnny Fu and Futme. But yeah, these SCP and LSA battling for the constructors. So yeah, they are only separated by 12 points, if I'm not wrong, and so yeah, each point matters. Now it should be only 11 because GT won the point for pole position, so that's gonna be crucial for them. And so yeah, this will be very, very interesting then. So 11 points is what separates SCP from LSA right now. It's once again the 2 green cars here, and it's actually a little bit hard to tell them apart, and that's definitely my fault actually. I should have made SCP maybe with a different color, but it's a very nice car. Based on the Lotos from 1979. He's got Figueira here racing on a car that looks obviously like the McLaren. And yeah, look at Kubo then in P4. Krustenet's P5, you see then Funkme P7. This is what could give him a chance though. But as long as he beats Johnny Fu, he might be fine, I think. Because yeah, here Figueira might also play a bit of a hole, simply because if he finishes ahead of Hernandi but behind GT, Hernandi must have made a mistake there because he lost some distance now. So GT will jump into the front. But yeah, this group here is also very crucial. But he's on the softs though, he might have some traffic, a lot of the drivers behind him are on the mediums. Although since they are very close, he might actually just end up at the back and have all of the free air there. But yeah, we see Yoa has actually been struggling a lot in this race. His last race he did was on his home Grand Prix, where he actually got P4, which I think is his best result actually. As we see, Nani just trying to catch back to them. One thing that I've seen that it kind of looks like each tire, or every single tire, can actually work well. And yeah, Futme now crucially just getting away from this group right here. We got Johnny Fu trying to get past Kiato. There's Guziman also right there at the front. So now things are sealed pretty much. I think they all know that they just need to sleep team each other. Although we see here Starlight trying to overtake Suduce there as they go side by side to the final turn, and that's a nice move there from Alice. As we got now Matimar trying to go around the outside, cannot do it, so gonna have to stay behind Suduce, but now he's gonna try again, the Polish driver. So you see him dragging. What was this? Oh my god, another move there into the airpin! And Matimar goes up into P11, so nice driving there from Mati. So yeah, racing can actually be very interesting when overtakes are a bit harder, as we got here now the soft tires or the soft runners then going into the pits. And there we go then. So now with the merging and all of that, dude, this could really screw them up. As we see here. Now it's gonna be a bit chaotic as we see Starlight just getting pushed there, Krustanet getting slowed down there as we see the teammates for this race now just trying to collaborate there. Both that came from the mobile community actually. So yeah, Krustanet now just following Fantme, who's now starting to make a nice recovery. Yeah, now they're going for the hard tires. So I think strategy wise this could be a very interesting race. As you got now Nandi, then in P4 we got Johnny Fu. Right now in P5, and yeah, not much he can do against Nandi. As we see maybe Guzi Man try to defend against Nandi there, and Jesus Christ, yeah, overtaking it's very tricky. And yeah, now JT is the one who has more control over this race. Not just because he's leading, but because he might actually be the one with more pace. From what I've seen or heard, he might be a little bit nerfed today, as I think he changed the control calibrations or something, and he said he's just feeling bad because of it. So he might struggle a bit, might not be his usual self. But let's see how things go. As now they're both going into the pits here. Look at that! I think Figo might use this as an opportunity to make the overtake. And oh boy, it's gonna be a bit of a dogfight here. Is he gonna be ghosted? And now Nani is running them right behind. And let's see, I think, yeah, this will allow for Nani to catch back to that slipstream. Although he has other tires, so let's see now. Figo's just trying to take the lead, but Nani, or I mean GT, he had inside after the hairpin, and that was crucial then for him to keep the lead of the race then. So yeah, right now as things stand, LSA is looking to win the constructors. JT is winning, I think, 9 points, but then Fatmi is winning some of those points back compared to Johnny Fu. So that's what making the difference. Because if Johnny Fu would beat Fatmi, then SCP will have a much better chance of winning the title. And yeah, one of the main things is that, for instance, had JT won the previous race, then things would be a lot different. It's 5 extra points that could have made all of that difference, and it would be quite huge. It would only be separated by, I think, 7 points, and yeah, that would be quite crazy actually. But yeah, so I think JT actually is gaining. I think, yeah, he's gaining 9 points. No. Yeah, he's gaining 8 points right now. Fatme, I think he should be gaining 17. While Johnny Fu maybe like 13 or something. I don't fully remember what's the point system like. But yeah, maybe there's a way of seeing that actually. How many points you get for P7? Ooh, it looks like to be 13 points. So yeah, 13 points for P7, P5 seems to be 17. So yeah, so difference of 4 points between Fatme and Johnny Fu there. Meantime, looks like a lot of the drivers have opted to go for the hard tires, which is not hard to see why. It is a track where track position is very crucial. Now as we see Fatme then finding himself into P4, so slowly but surely he made his way up, and now he finds himself then in P4. So yeah, this is just cementing yet another Constructors' World title, while yeah, SCP once again will be suffering, as they've been close so many times, but Maybe though, next season might finally be their year because we got Fentme looking to leave. Although one time though, that will be their main targets as especially if we see Figo and Flix racing and having perfect attendance, then yeah, they're looking to get their second uh, constructors. If we count them as the same team as Neon Sunset, which I think we can say it is the same team. But yeah, right now looks like there's not much happening at the front. I think they use a slipstream. Here though, more on the midfield, we might see some battles. We got Sebastian Alceduce with a nice move around the outside. And the racing has not been all that bad. I think people are more understanding that they just cannot overtake whatever they want on this track. So yeah, as we see Yoa looking a little bit better now. But oh my god, I need to see about that. Because he kind of looks a bit laggy. Oh my god. Or maybe he's just clumsy himself, I don't know. But as we see now, they're going free wide. And oh my god, somehow they survived. No Gamer was the winner of Death Battling. As right at the front, we still see here Sebastian with Matimar. Then you got here Seduce. As we now see Matimar just trying to go for a move there. And he makes it. There is Sebastian now just trying to take the ride. As you see, they're going side by side, and Sebastian did not have the space there. And you see it's Sioa. I really don't know if this is lag or just him being very clumsy, because he just, or very rusty, like. Sometimes it does feel like he's driving on the straight because it's lag, but then you kind of just see him turning to the inside of the track again without really teleporting. So it's just weird. As you see here now, Sebastian and Seduce will still continue to battle here. So I guess we can just focus on this, because at the front they're not really doing anything. Nandi has lost that slipstream, and now he finds himself 2 seconds behind. So I think third will be the best that he can do today. But if Fatmi is in P4, then the way that things are looking, it seems like that LSA will be winning the constructors right now. So that's the main thing. But as we see here, Seduce and Sebastian still going at it. This is just allowing for Martin now just get away from them. And maybe he's going to be setting his eyes on his teammates. He knows that he can be much further up there. Meantime, Secros Netti has made his second pit stop. So looking interesting here. As yeah, then Fatmi. Oh, he's caught up to Hernandi, but he's a pit stop behind essentially because he needs to make that second pit. And yeah, then we see here Kubo right now in P5 as now Figo. Oh my god, Figo took the lead. I don't know exactly when. But yeah, I guess they're going to be racing together to the end as we see Seduce then retiring from this race. So it's our third DNF after Starlight, so yeah, at least for today's race we actually got a full grid. Obviously having everyone finish is not always possible. But yeah, as you see then here, Fatmi is pitted now. He's behind Johnny Fu. But obviously Johnny Fu is still yet to pit again. At the end of the front though, I wonder if JT will be patient or if he wants to get past Figo. But obviously he's going to be looking to take that win regardless. But something may happen to Hernandi or me, and that could change everything. So yeah, that win will potentially allow for SCP to win the constructors, even though at the moment it doesn't really look to be in on their favor. Yeah, obviously to win the constructors you just simply need to have 2 very consistent drivers. But yeah, now things are looking interesting here. We got Kubo, now the mediums, doing a different strategy from Fatmi, which is the reason why he's now in P6. So yeah, that is obviously great to see. As we see here then Kiato, Vituko, oh my god, they're all just crashing here. Yeah, can Vituko just take up things side there as we see them just battling right now. There he goes, and Vituko around the outside completes the move. Not say the racing has definitely not been bad. Now Kyoto has the slipstream again. He goes now, they're going to the chicane. We see, oh, Bituko making a mistake, and now that gives Kyoto a free move there. So yeah, three Spaniards who are behind another Spaniard here. So yeah, it's three Spanish drivers in a row, as we see then from P10 to P12. And yeah, there's another more. We got Grussonet, for instance, in P6. Just another one. And yeah, so at least far, I'm not sure about others. Maybe Fedef one could be one, or Sebastian even. That's a very Spanish name. But as we see, oh my god, we got then Pitoka going around the outside of Dogemer, who now goes into the pits. So yeah, there's actually some action happening throughout the grid. Maybe not exactly on that many places at the front, not much has been happening. Even though we still got Figo now behind GT, who's taking back the lead. And yeah, it's kinda they just do it like out of nowhere. Like, I'm guessing they might just be waiting for mistakes from their opponents. We see, oh my god. I think this was some server lag, although the vast majority of drivers were actually far away from each other. Or maybe it's just lag from my recording. That's also possible. Alright, I have to go for a bit, sorry about that, but as you see then, yeah, not much has really been happening here. We got both LSAs, P3 and P4. Then Grussonet here in P5 actually doing a solid race, and I wonder if he's going to be present for the next season. That would be quite interesting there. But yeah, we got some drivers actually looking to return to the grid for the full season. Vigo could be one of them, even though he technically has made his return already. But yeah, we should see Flix a bit more, and some other drivers who I cannot really reveal for now. Don't want to be leaking lineups and stuff. But yeah, next season should be more interesting, as we got now Matimar making the move on Kyoto ZC. Oh my god, that was very close. As we see now Yoa and Sebastian then, P12 and P13. He's got, I think, Grussonet into the pits. And I think just looking a little bit laggy for me now. But yeah, so we got Grussonet pitting, so he's going for a very different strategy. Hopefully that will not bite him in the end. And yeah, once again, not much looking to happen right now. There's yeah, a lot of charges running in clean air. I think the closest charges now should be the top two actually. So as you see, oh, now Figo then looking for an overtake there, and he takes back the lead. So yeah, that's very interesting. I think that the main straight is probably the best place for overtaking. I'd say either that or maybe going through the tunnel if you get a good exit, potentially. Those are the places where I could actually see some overtakes going on. And maybe even into like turn 2, like when you about like to reach the casino square and all of that. As you see then, yeah, Figo's still leading. Now GT's gonna have to be patient and yeah, I wonder if he's gonna try something different. That's the main thing here. They already follow the rule of the tire compounds. They started on mediums and changed to hards, and then they went for the hards again. And I wonder if they're going to pit for the hards again on the final stint. As we see right now, they have very old tires, and yeah, there it goes. They're going to be pitting now. But can you go for the hards on 13 laps to go? Yes, they can. Apparently. Well, Hernandes is gonna do something different. even though his tires are even older than these two guys right here, so that will be interesting. But yeah, Fatmi also, you're gonna have to pit one more time. I think Kubo and Krustanet is also the same, so this is interesting actually. This battle for P4 looking quite crazy here between Kubo and Fatmi. Yeah, look at that. Now we see here, oh my god, Nandi now getting passed by both JT and Figo. Now JT takes back that lead. And yeah, so this is the final stint then. And yeah, Fatmi just looking to stay out. I think he's just focusing on Fatmi. I mean on Kubo in P5 there, because he's the one who's pretty much battling with him. But yeah, Krustanet though is not that far away. But yeah, so I think his strategy must have worked pretty well. Although now he might have a bit of undercut against Johnny Fool, so he might actually have to fight for that P6, but he should have that tire advantage. But now I think we should also have some attention to that battle for first, as we see JT and Figo going side by side. That's some nice battling there. I don't think any driver would be able, or not that many drivers would be able to actually go side by side there without pushing each other, not gonna lie. Because it does require a lot of extra braking and nice precision as well. And yeah, as we see then JT and Figo, there now. I think they're gonna be battling more and more. So we'll have to want to watch this and yeah, with them just getting the slipstream from each other, it's gonna be quite fun to watch. So yeah, we might see potentially the repeat of the battle between me and Noms actually. So yeah, it will be fun to see that getting replicated. It was also some sort of anniversary race, of course. It was UL's or last Sunday League race, and then we changed it to Ultimate League. And yeah, now it's another anniversary race, simply because of the end of 20 seasons, basically. Although now it's the 190th race. Let's see then Figo behind JT, looking for a way to pass the British drivers. We see them. We got one British driver driving against one who lives in Great Britain. We see then Figo taking full advantage of JT's mistake. And there he goes, he takes back the lead. And in the meantime, Fatmi looks to be taking that P4 as Kubo had to pit again. In the meantime, Krustanet's already ahead of Johnny Fu then. In the meantime, the main question here is Kubo. As we see here, Krustanet will just stay behind. So this will be interesting because Fatmi has pitted, but he pitted earlier. And he has the hearts. So this will be interesting there, the battle for the P4 here, because we got Kubo, who is going to be dragging Krustanet and Johnny Fu. So these two will have to stay behind the Polish driver, trying to hang on. As we see, Johnny Fu might be lost though. But I think he still has that slipstream, so he's still there in the fight. But yeah, I think the main thing is still obviously the battle for the lead. And it's gonna be hard to tell, like, where should I be to watch this? As we see now Figo trying to shut the door, JT goes up the inside. And oh my god, that was quite brave move there from JT. Really have to insist, but now Figo was quite smart there, as we see now. Oh my god, just look at that, but now JT has the outside. But maybe not the lead, as we see now Figo. He has the inside into the tunnel, and he takes back the lead. So amazing battle here. But the thing is that overthinking it's a little bit harder, so it actually is fun to watch. Because the overthinking this, because each overtake is actually crucial. So yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. In the meantime, looks like Nadi knows that he can pit again and keep third place. As he wants to take that fastest lap, even though it's not gonna matter in the end of the day. But however, Johnny Fuse, by staying on Kubo's slipstream, he might have a chance of passing Fatmi, which could be crucial here. But also this battle for the lead is going to be crucial for SCP. But at the moment, it all looks to be in favor of LSA to take the constructors today. But as we see then, GT is still behind Figo, not being able to find a way past him. As we see yet another server like Jesus Christ. But yeah, now there's not that many laps to go then. As yeah, it's gonna be 3 laps to go once they cross the line. Yeah, GT just waiting. Once again, Figo is gonna have to shut the door. It's pretty much what he wants to do here. As we see, oh, GT just going a little bit wide there, but he still has that slipstream. So yeah, maybe another lap of waiting. So let's see then. We see starting to get interesting because now it's just the end. They might be willing to be more aggressive. They might be wanting to have that track position as we see now GT. Oh my god. I don't know exactly what happened there. But yeah, GT still once again has that slipstream. Figo leads the way, just 2 laps to go now. And let's see who's going to be taking this. Who's going to be taking the win and is it Figo or is it GT? Obviously, does it matter championship wise for them? Obviously, the constructors could be something interesting, but I think Johnny Fu has lost Kubo's slipstream, so Fatmi should finish ahead of the Slovakian driver. But as we see then now, final lap very soon. We see now the white flag. And here we go then, final lap of the race. Who's going to be taking the win here? We got Figo still in the lead. GT is going to try to make the overtake, maybe around the outside. He cannot do it there. Figo still defends it pretty nicely there as we got in the hairpin where GT is not going to do anything. You see, not being close enough right now. Figo could just take the win for the first time in Monaco. Let's see now GT right behind Figo. He's going to be able to find a way past there. He goes up the inside there. And oh my god, they crash with each other. They've crashed with each other there. And for some reason the game says that it's Figo who got the win. So maybe that might be fair. Even though I clearly saw GT in the first place. But they tried to take things aside. And oh my god, that was quite something there right at the end. So here we go then, at least according to the game, Figueira takes the win, with GT then taking second place. Then 10 seconds after, it's going to be Hanadi in third. Then we got Fatmi just holding on for that P4, as Kubo was definitely catching him. Then we got Johnny Fu with the fastest lap in P6, followed in by Krustonet in P7. And then we see here Guziman now in P8. Then we got Yo, who managed to recover, and P2, P9 then from full force today. Then we got P2, then closing the top 10. Then you got Matimar in P11, followed by Kiato. Then you got Togamer, Sebastian. And then you see here FedF1 being the last of the finishers today. As you got then Mika Tumika, Suduce, and Starlight Alice then retiring today. So that's it then for the results. Let's then go into the interviews. Alright, so let's go then. Interesting race you had there, good battle there for P4. We had the likes of Johnny from Crossnet trying to keep your slipstream at the end, and then you have to also try and catch Fatmi was also on a different strategy. So what can you say about this race?
Well, it was a very satisfying race. You know, round 10 finales are usually very calm, and this was, in my experience, a very calm race. Some people in the midfield might not agree with me. In regards to the pace fight with Enemy, I did kind of completely screw up the strategy middle of the race, so I ended up with something like softs 7, softs 8, mediums 13, mediums 12, softs 8. But yeah, congrats to him. He outpaced me, and he also extended so that he would have good tires at the end. It was very smart of them, and they managed to get the constructors sorted. I also got Johnny the fastest lap by accident while trying to get one myself. So overall, it was pretty funny. Had a lot of fun in the VC with the LSA's Het and GT, and very happy to get a solid P5 result.
Alright then, so happy to see you happy as well. So yeah, nicely done. Are you looking to race more next season, or?
I am coming back full time for next season only, and you'll figure out what team that is in due time.
Alright then, so nice to hear. So yeah, I guess who can we go then next as I think we can go a little bit further down. Let me see, maybe Yoa. Is he here? Oh, you are. All right. So interesting race. You were at the back. It looked like we're a little bit rusty, but then you managed to get yourself up to P9. So must have been a funny experience there, trying to recover there. So what can you say?
Yeah, I mean, start the I quality didn't go well. I mean, I expected it, but I didn't expect it to be that bad, you feel me? And then the race, the start was just horrible. The start was horrible. So lap two comes, right? I decide, you know what? End of lap two, I think it was lap two or lap three. I'm boxing because I'm at the back. I've got nothing to lose, and we box. We try and find our ways back because the top 10 I felt like was out of the cards. And then second stint, I went on to onto medium tire. So I already changed from softs to medium, so I didn't have to put on another set of compounds after that, right? Second stint comes, and yeah, it was a solid second stint. I found my groove. Obviously, I'm at the back, so you can't see me, but I was finding my groove, right? And I encountered a few issues towards the back. And I think even on my second stint when I went onto hards, right, I encountered a few issues that kind of like bogged me down. But the pace was there, man. The pace was very good. I think it was a very interesting end to the race because I was like I got past the Reclam Autos cars, right? And now I'm seeing JT against Figo. Last corner, second last corner, JT goes for the mother of all sins. It was like hilarious. But you know what? I enjoyed that race. I actually enjoyed a race for once. So I'll take P9.
All right, then. Nice to hear there, and yeah, great to see you back, even if it's just for one race, I assume. But yeah, nicely done there. Uh,
Thank you.
then actually, I feel like would have been a bit further down. Actually, Kiato. See him. He finished P12 today. He had a bit of an interesting race here. I saw you batting sometimes the likes of Gamer, Sebastian, I think even Mati as well. Like I think there was a lot of people like switching in the midfield there. So yeah, what can you say?
Well, it was quite a fun race. Though I was batting on P8, P7 at the very first laps. I remember Johnny. I remember Tommy on the first laps also. But I thought that it might be a good idea to let Tommy pass. So that's what Johnny and me did. Then I had an incident with Goosey, so I assumed that mistake, and then I let him pass. But then yeah, I had like kind of plenty of issues and trouble finding traffic, finding uh, some lag at the beginning. Um, then with Maddie, I also got a battle. It was quite interesting. I'm happy with the result at P12. But it was quite hard. It was quite hard. Not gonna lie. Also, Yowa with that strategy. I don't know how he managed to do that. But I got yeah. I didn't do a really good strategy. So that's what affected me the most. But in the end, well, yeah, I'm happy P12. Nothing else really.
All right then. Um, then next, let's see. Um, let's see the VC list. Oh, great, Mati's not here. So next could be maybe you was already done. Yeah, I guess it's Kuziman then P8. Interesting race there as well. A bit far behind from the top seven, but I guess you had some battles pretty sure with some of the drivers here in the top 10. So yeah, what can you say there?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised quality P6. I was pretty happy about that. I mean, start was pretty good. Made a few mistakes, losing the slip, unfortunately. And then I had the collision with Chiaro as well, which lost me Johnny and P7. And then I was basically stuck in P8 for the entirety of the race, just trying to hold on from you are behind and Batuka and stuff because I saw them close a bit at times. But yeah, quite a lot of mistakes, unfortunately. not ideal for me. And yeah, I'm not really a street circuit guy, even though I made this track. So yeah, don't probably not gonna race another street circuit in a while.
All right then. I guess we can then go. Oh, like when is F1? Is it in 10 minutes or?
8 minutes, yeah.
Holy shit! So we gotta be quick. So yeah, I guess we got Fentley then. Before we got you guys won the constructor, so congratulations. And I guess you were very sweaty there at the end with Kubo as he was just getting closer and closer there.
Yeah, man. I mean, not really the race we wanted, not a podium to end off the full time part of my career, but yeah, I mean, it was nice to do this final GP. It was the finale of the first season I did, and I fixed the timeline with Kubo. We didn't end up crashing into each other, so yeah, I'm happy with this race.
Yeah, nice to then. Congratulations with another constructors. Definitely a good way to end.
Thank you.
And yeah, let's see if when we'll be back later on to the grid. But, but yeah, so we go then to third place. Another constructors world champion here, Nandi. Third place. I guess not much you could do today. But yeah, what? How do you feel?
In practice, the slipping went just a tiny bit better, but I knew that I don't have their pace. So tried with undercuts, didn't really work. Lost them on lap 17. And after that, I just drove alone. I pitted like 5 laps to go for the fastest lap, but I was so shit I couldn't even get that. At the very least, I got another season of 10 podiums. That's really, really happy with that. Like, these last 5 races, I just felt like I could have lost them in any of them really easily, and having 20 per 20 podiums this year is just something I'm really proud of, as well as the double constructors we had with Tommy. Uh, it's really amazing this year so far, and hoping for another great season next time.
All right then. And I guess to end, JT he's already left to go watch F1, but I guess he still got Figo. Because I think, yeah,
Hello.
we have the name Flix, but Figo here. That's, but yeah, obviously we got to address the elephant in the room, which is that the incident on the final lap where you actually pushed there, or.
I mean, on my screen I was in the wall. But I mean, he apologized. I don't really have an issue with it. In the end, I won. So yeah,
But,
I was just quite shocked when it happened.
yeah, I guess it happened there, but yeah, crazy battle still with JT from start to end. I would once in a while see that you guys would be swapping positions, and I wonder what you felt like about racing in a track where it's just difficult to overtake, and each overtake seems to actually like matter.
Yeah, I was definitely a bit more reserved. I didn't, unlike the other races, I didn't really expect to win this one. Like in the practice races, he was just so much faster than me. Well, not so much, but like he definitely had the pace advantage, and like even like a 10th per lap is enough. So you know, yeah, I just tried to slip the entire time. I didn't want to risk it. I think I had like kind of flashbacks to like Mester's Vig where I lost it near the end. I didn't really want to risk it. I knew that ultimately the win would matter on one bit, which is like if you were ahead by the end of the tunnel on the final lap, you probably win. So that's what I was focusing on, and yeah, I don't know what happened. Like in the hairpin, like all kinds of lag started happening. So he came out behind, going into the tunnel. He was so far back, so I was like, okay, I've got this. And then coming into the final corners, I think I like screwed up a bit, and so it gave him an opportunity, and that's why like he went for the opportunistic like dive. But yeah, definitely had to be more careful with overtakes.
All right then. I'm guessing next season you're looking to be back full time, and yeah, I guess you might have some targets here like drivers again, constructors. I'm guessing as well. So
Uh, I mean, it always depends on my motivation. I don't know. I'll see. If you see me on the grid, I'll probably do it for the whole season. But yeah, I don't know yet.
all right then. So I guess that's it then for the interviews. If people want to be watching F1. So yeah, that's season for this season. I don't know exactly which race should be for round one for the next season, but yeah, we should be back then in 3 weeks' time. So we'll see you there. Until next time, and goodbye.